Namaskar. Hello, Namaskar. It's around the 11th of December. It's 2025. I'm Rajesh Gir. I'm up at San Road, Bel Air, Lilindal here. It's the festive season of Christmas. I was walking in town only a couple days before they did a big light up there in Main Street. And the place is busy and alight with a lot of people, Chinese people. But when I go there and I venture out, I found that all of these people that were congregating, that were putting up stands that you see on TV, on the news there, the coverage, they're young people, they're new people, they're different from the old sets you would find and see on the roads and everywhere. So I'm wondering now, like, this is a new Guyana you're living in, because the people seems to be a new set of people, you know. It's strange that people my age you can't find them, my peer groups and people I know. Someone was telling me our mechanic, Mr. Simon, said all those people passed away. Some of them migrate. But when you separate from these people after school, after graduating, everybody went their own way, and they sort of change, they kind of become different, like, or mentally, psychologically. When you look at them and they look at you, you don't feel the same recognition like when you were in school and when you were kids growing up. There's something different. And people don't, some of them, when they left school, they don't keep in touch with each other. They go on their way, forget you. By chance, you will meet them. So people are tough, people are strong. So by situations, you've been brought into different folds, different situations, different circumstances, different settings. You have meet new people here, but many times the background, you don't know people from the background, you don't know the past, you don't know the history, and you gotta forge new relationship, all new over again. And it's kind of a little difficult because you have no roots together, you have no familiarity. The only familiarity people have is when they meet at the social level, like at events, social events, opening of the bridge, the Amara Harbor Bridge, the cash grant, when you gotta meet up at some public place. And now everything is doing online. People can use the card, they can go shopping online, they can. So there's less people now, and everything becoming more institutionalized, more kind of like um everything people form now is for a purpose, and you have to get it done. It's not like Lango, people will help you. Your friends, neighbors will come over and they will help you to do this or do that, help you together. They clean up and they cook a meal, and you sit down and you chat and laugh in conversation and talks and these things. Now it's different. People form groups, and if you need help, you call them and you pay something and they come over and they help you. Or if you want somebody deliver something at your house, a bottle of gas or buy anything and bring it, they will do so, and then you pay them a little extra. And so we have a whole entirely different things. I hope um these young people know what direction they're taking us. The older ones, senior ones, sometimes it's difficult to have the younger people leading you by the nose and taking you around and showing you what to do. So you walk in the street sometime and you feel like a stranger in your own village, your own community. That's when you realize that you're getting old, or things are changing, things becoming new, you're getting a new. But I admire though the people are taking back their streets from the antisocial elements. Long ago they had so much gangs hanging, chilling out. It was dangerous to pass because sometimes Somebody might say something to you or try to, when they're in gang and you're alone, it's kind of like a little bit antisocial. You feel kind of on towards. So the ideal is there that everybody should live and coexist peacefully. That's the ideal. There's a dream, but it's not so. People are not very easy. Situation and circumstances arising. We could look at history. The people are different. Some are introverts, some are conservative, some are very lofty thinkers. Their mind is very high. They're abstracted from the material plane, from the physical plane. Some people like to be lost in thought, and so this blending and meshing and this dream of totalitarianism, unification, kind of seemed utopian. Kind of seemed a little bit optimistic, a little bit visionary. But is that possible? Junior, India the Indian government suggests a Ram Raja state that return to benevolent rule and let the people live spiritually happy together. But in those countries, an incarnation is born in that soul where everybody can claim kinship and some ownership because they played either in a social upbringing, psychological molding, or the education, or they somehow they tend and grow each sapling that is in this one. They claim relationship with that, or with that avatar, with that divine board, spiritual board. And this has been going on for centuries in Asia and these eastern countries, like the Baha'u'llah came in Iran, the Bab. You have saints and mystics born, if you read the stories in those countries that are more um, involved with the spirit and the inner life. They produce great men and souls that can be regarded as genius in the spiritual field. While in the third world country, in the fourth world, people take spirituality just as a prayer in the morning or prayer in the afternoon, something you have to do to remember God, to thank God before they eat a meal, before they sleep, and so. So it's not so much important reference point in the secular society where everything is based on science, evolution of the environment, development of the environment so that we can enjoy and we can live. And at the same time, we neglect ourselves. So by neglecting ourselves and enjoying the external world enjoys us in return, and we lose our good sense. We become from dementia, from physical ailments as the body loses its strength and immunity and health. But the environments get updated and enhanced, and we have a better world, a better society. As time goes by, buildings collapse. Big architecture just come crumbling down. Our wealth and money, they lose value. Now we have the cryptocurrency and all these things. There's evolution in financial reality where people, in financial realism, where people are now resorting to other means. Longer they had barter, then had bilateral training, multilateral diplomatic involvements play important part in trading and in human welfare. Today we have so much more thing where people can represent, be ambassadors for their country and nationality. So it is that we find a lot of change, and in 100, 200 years, we don't know how much more will come out. Huh? So as time goes by, and as the world gets more complicated and defined by science, by experimentation, by innovations. We as an individual, intellectually, we might evolve. They say as a prediction, say that our limbs might become smaller, our trunk, torso might be smaller, the head might be bigger. So we have a different psychic manifestation, you know. So we don't know how man will relate to himself and his environment in the future. The environment is getting more complicated, but man might not be able to cope with it unless he strengthens his body. He has to practice virtue and good quality, you know, so that he'll be able to grow strong in the spirit. And so when you're psychically strong, you're able to control more the matter, because there's a theory, there's a reality, you know, there's a ideal mind over matter, mind control matter. Since we have a better mental purpose and a mental loftiness, we'll be able to manipulate and control more the things around us from a skillful point of view, from a more applicable and practical approach, you know. So let's pray and hope that we will live to our fullest and die in dignity and prestige. When the time comes for us to leave planet Earth, we will do so gracefully, ideally, and in a manful way, you know. We've conquered nature, we've conquered science. Hopefully one day we will also conquer death. And we know the means and ways how to manipulate it, how to use it, how to accept it, you know. So in the meanwhile, Merry Christmas. The season is here, and let's reflect on the significance of Christmas, the purpose of a divine birth. It tells of a divine birth. It makes the world change. It wasn't not the same again. So people are saying through religion and spiritual teaching, mankind has changed, our society changed, it's uplifted. Christianity has done so much for humanity. But yet, as growing up in a third world country like Guyana, people speculate often on religion. They say, what is the purpose of religion? There's no benefit. People cannot see the benefit and use of praying, of meditating, of worshiping, of devotional practices. They do not know what exercises that enhance the body, enhance the mind, enhance the spirit, help us to live more fully, and takes away all the negativities that makes existence obscure and unfulfilled, you know. They do not know the means, because our culture is new in the third world. We are new world, as the British say, they build a new world. We have New England in America and New England. So as a new people, we may have newer purposes as time pass. As we try to compete internationally, our mental caliber, our physical dexterity might improve and permute and become more complex. So we must be able to learn to exist, because they say the old fall away and the new come. In the new year, the new comes in and the old goes away. It's like air, wind blowing across, and all the body, the hot air, the stale stagnant air are shifted off. We have a fresh new atmosphere. So these are things that people dream of and write in books as creative writing, as essays. We can make beautiful by the use of words and linguistics, you know. By the use and play of language, we can make our life better. We can project an image and a vision, a possibility of tomorrow. In the meanwhile, we have to cope with so much retrogression also. There are proposals coming from various factors, various forces that sometimes make you feel unrewarded. depressed, unmotivated, that you're not doing the right thing, that it's just a big dream you're living. And what we're doing eventually takes our health. What's the use? What's the purpose? But still, we have to keep going, because if we stop, it's a law of nature that we stagnate, that we become rusty, we cease to function in a proper and nice way. So it is that we have to always keep doing things, even if it's in small amounts. We have to keep doing and keep being and keep in activity. Keep positive thoughts and ideation. Namaskar, all the best. Happy Christmas.